Hey guys, welcome back to Modern Golf. I hope you're having a great day and even better week. Today we're talking about the #1 played golf glove on, I think, every tour, and that's the StaSof. And in 2024, is it still one of the best golf gloves? Let's talk about it. So, before I get into all the specs of the StaSof golf gloves by Footjoy, I want to kind of give you my history of golf gloves, and certainly with these guys. So last year we did a review of, I think we had 14 or 17 different golf gloves, and none of them was paid for, none of them were sponsored. We just literally tested different gloves, and there were some really great gloves and there were some not so great gloves. The Footjoy, these two, the StaSof and their limited, were I think #1 and #2 in our ranking. And again, I have no loyalty to any of these brands, so it doesn't matter. They just fit me and did the best. And so we've done a lot of golf glove reviews this year, if you guys have watched. If you haven't watched them, we've done from Ghost to Vessel to Caddy Daddy's, who's a ridiculous, crazy glove, to I think one of the nicest gloves out there, a 7-iron golf. So we've done a lot of really, really cool golf glove reviews. With that being said, where does this guy, the StaSof, fit in? I can tell you, when I was younger, I mean, I'm talking even 5, 6, 7 years ago, owning a StaSof glove was like, I mean, it had a special feeling. It was the pinnacle of golf gloves. It wasn't just a cheap glove. This was a glove that, I can tell you personally speaking, I would say for outings or events or tournaments, or if I was going to travel and play somewhere. So the StaSof has got a sweet spot in my heart with regarding the quality, the fit, the memories it brings back to me of owning a glove. So this glove is probably still, and they have, I can read in the specs, I think the #1 played golf glove on all the tours combined. I think this one still dominates. The fit and feel, and we'll get into that here in a second, is still, I think, first class, maybe in the top 3 or 4 in the industry. The unique thing about Footjoy, which a lot of people don't know, they're one of the few brands that actually produces and makes their own golf glove in-house. So a lot of people don't know that. A lot of these golf gloves we see, they're not done in-house, obviously, right? They're outsourced to another brand, a manufacturer, they make them. Footjoy controls all the specs of their gloves, which I think is why they have some of the tightest tolerances in the industry. These gloves are around the $24 to $28 price point, depending on where you go, depending on the time of the year and all that good stuff. I wanted to get into kind of how this glove fits. We've been testing these again. I just want to kind of go over some of the specs and what we like and what we don't like about them. So I wear medium cadets. I can't get a glove tight enough for my hand. I can tell you, and you guys probably can't see this that well, the Footjoy gloves fit my hand incredibly, incredibly well. It's why they were ranked super high. They fit a lot of the guys. A lot of the people we test last year that we use as testers said the same thing. My only issue in the past, and I haven't had it so much this year, was the consistency of the fit. Sometimes I would get one, it would fit great, and the other two wouldn't fit nearly as good. The longevity is phenomenal in these gloves. And again, I don't know what people do to gloves. My gloves normally last me between 7 and 10 rounds of playing. And again, you guys have seen other videos, I'll just grab this bag, for example. So what I do when I'm done with my round, and I only use one glove unless it's 89,000% humidity, I just hook my gloves on. And so when people say they hate this thing for Vessel, that's what I use mine for. I just hook mine on that. That's all I do to mine. I let it air dry, and my gloves literally last me, I mean, minimally 5 to 7 to 10 rounds. So I really never have an issue with the longevity of a glove. So, and these are no different. The 2024 version of the Footjoys have been really, really good. Again, I think it's going to be a really tough test. Next month, we're going to do our top gloves in the industry, and it is tough. I mean, there are some phenomenal gloves. Again, last year FootJoy won #1 and #2. Their limited edition glove, I still think maybe the best golf glove. The StaSof is right there. It is right behind it. So let's just get into some specs that FootJoy we did some research and they sent to us, and I'll put some pictures up of other gloves of different colors. It's a #1 in golf for over 40 years. It takes 40 steps to make a StaSof glove, which I think is crazy. There's over 350 million golf gloves sold worldwide by FootJoy. And FootJoy holds over 130 patents on golf gloves. They are the #1, that's what we talked about earlier. They're the #1 golf on including the PGA Tour, the LPGA Tour, the Korn Ferry Champions, collegiate and amateurs. It's incredible. You know, like I said, I've always been a fan of FootJoy. I think these gloves are top notch. You know, there's again a handful that I think are head and shoulders above everybody else. I think these guys are in that group. But if you haven't worn a StaSof lately, and again, this is not sponsored, I'm not being paid to do this, check out the FootJoy gloves, the StaSof. I mean, you know, it's interesting to me the consistency of them now. Again, a couple years ago, and these are just two different batches. I want to see if these still all fit the same. You know, we had a little bit of consistency, but again, I mean, these fit me great. And so the consistency's really gotten good with these gloves. And again, for me, owning a StaSof glove was literally a special treat, and I still feel that way. We're a little jaded and probably a little spoiled that we get to test these golf gloves, and we pay for 95% of them. But there's some really good golf gloves, and I think these guys still may be in the top 1 or 2. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I know there's a lot of, you know, competition out there for these guys. I still think the FootJoy StaSof is one of the best golf gloves around. I just think the quality is exceptional. I've worn one. I should grab it. I've worn one for the last 4 or 5 rounds, and it looks like the day I got it. You know, I'll go grab it. So here's the glove I was telling you guys about. I've worn this, I think yesterday was my 4th round, and it still looks like the day I got it. The only thing I will do is, and I've learned, if it's really humid or starting to rain, I put on actually my rain gloves so I don't ruin these, because once these gloves, and really any nice Cabretta leather glove gets wet, they're hard to kind of bounce back. They kind of can, but they don't. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this little review of our, again, still one of my favorite, the FootJoy StaSof golf gloves, and really all the incredible features that it has. Thanks, guys.